Welcome to Colombia, mi amigos. Probably all you know about this magnificent country is Shakira, coffee and Pablo Escobar. But trust me, it has so much more to offer, and in this video I'm gonna prove you so. Together with my local friend Carolina, we will travel around the country, gonna try lots of delicious local food. We're gonna learn more about the life of the locals and many interesting facts about Colombia. So let's get it started, and please promise to me, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to my channel. Let's go! Colombia is the 25th largest country in the world, surrounded by Brazil, Peru, Venezuela, Ecuador and Panama, and our adventure has just begun. My first time in South America. Let's go! And after 6 hours flight, we came to Bogotá, the capital of Colombia. But actually, I'm again in the airport and I'm going to another part of the country. But don't worry, we will be back in Bogotá. To be very honest, I didn't sleep so well and I have a horrible headache right now. So I decided to start my time in Colombia with some Colombian coffee because this is what it's famous for. So let's try it out. Very good, decent, rich taste. I love it a lot. Not super strong, what I'm happy about. Right now I need to wait 1 hour for my second flight to Bucaramanga. It's a hometown of my good friend from there. The flight lasted only 50 minutes and I didn't expect such a landing. I was very surprised that the airport in Bucaramanga is located on the mountain. I could see the city down here. Upon arrival, I changed into summer clothing and waiting for my friend Carolina.
Hola, bienvenida a Colombia.
We took a short ride around the city and I spotted its main activity. Next time. Looks amazing. Never tried before. Oh my god, really, that's my paradise. Of course, I couldn't help but bring a few gifts from my country.
Thank you so much.
Buenos dias. This is my first big day and already right now we are on the way to explore the country. Before that, first thing that I would like to share is the breakfast because it was so unusual for me. It's a traditional cornbread with the cheese that people eat for breakfast, and also locals really enjoy adding cheese to the hot chocolate. So you firstly drink the hot chocolate and then you eat cheese. That's great, but it's like such a unusual for me combination, but good. I would definitely recommend, yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna go to a place that is called Represa Hidrosogamoso, and it's kind of a big river, like a big concentration of water that we have here in Santander.
The scenery is undoubtedly beautiful, but the roads can be challenging at times. On the way, we stopped in a well-known town in Colombia, where the best pineapples in the country grow. And of course, since we came to pineapple capital of Colombia, we needed to take one. Amazing, so sweet, so soft. On the road, I couldn't help but notice a couple of unique features of the country, such as the road signs with various animals. It's something I've never seen before. Also, it's common to see people walking along the road, selling various goods, like fruits for example.
No. What is this? That's plantains, the one that I made for Christmas.
Oh, nice. It was a bit dry and slightly bland, but this tomato paste adds a nice flavor to the dish.
Plantain is a legume. It's a really typical legume from Colombia, and we have different presentations. It has the same family of the banana, but this one is more for lunch and like more strong dishes. So this one right here is like really big, and we also use that like as an option for potato or something that just go with the main course.
You're such sweet. After lunch, we went on a boat to explore the canyon. After 5 minutes on the boat and few minutes walk, we found this natural pool and we immediately went for a swim there. I decided not to film too much there and enjoy the moment, and it was the best decision.
Those bags. So now we're gonna try, it's called longaniza. It's like a mix of different meats. We got pork, like a steak, chicken, potatoes. It's gonna be like a different thing. So we're already excited.
Yes, this is the chopped meat, mostly pork. And this place is called Cholesterol Heaven, and now I understand why. Very unusual thing that I noticed in Colombia today is that they bring these sticks instead of fork and knife. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of pork, and even though it wasn't bad, the meat felt a bit too oily and heavy for me. So right now we're trying refajo. It's another local drink, actually it's a beer mixed with different sodas. It tasted as you would imagine, typical beer and sweet soda mix. Quite good actually.
Now we're gonna try salpicón, that is like a popular drink of Colombia where you find like chopped fruits and all in one drink. So this is usually taken for breakfast or just like in the morning.
Like banana, papaya, some sweet sauce on top and mixture. Amazing. That's the breakfast, I understand. And after a 3-hour ride, we reached our destination. Few interesting facts about Colombia. 10% of Amazon rainforest is located here, and also the country has 16 national parks. And of course, I couldn't come to Colombia without visiting one. Where are we right now?
So now we're in the Parque Nacional del Chicamocha.
Well, in fact, we're on the other side of the canyon with the same name. And to reach the park, we need to take a cable car. By the way, just take a look at how the queue looked. Quite different from the typical standing in line. We are right now in the cable car and going up to that mountain for the national park. The views are absolutely fantastic, and in case you're interested about the prices, the cable car and the entrance to the national park was around $20 each person. So I think it's quite fair. Such breathtaking views allowed here so much. By the way, this road, we're gonna take it in a few days because this road is going to Bogotá. And to the top of the mountain, you can see a huge, very unusual monument. Well, let's check it out. What is this?
This is like the main and most important thing from this park. Is a monument that represents like the strength of the community here in Santander, that is the department where we are located right now. And this also gives like a different perspective from tourist people that comes and see reflected what we have been through the years and our past history.
It's definitely one of the most unique monuments I've seen in my life. Many people believe that Colombia is super dangerous, maybe because of Pablo Escobar legacy. It seemed before I get to know you that it's a very dangerous place. How is it in reality?
It's like really well known that Pablo Escobar lived like a heritage and legacy, like in a bad aspect or bad way of Colombia. But nowadays we don't live anything like that. Like the perspective is really different, and Dari, I can tell that
Yes.
her experience here, not only in Colombia but in my city that is called Bucaramanga, is like a different
Yes.
place, like a different panoramic, and also like different scenarios that can make sure from the point of view of a tourist that is a very safe place. Also, I would just suggest like some recommendations. Just don't do anything by yourself with no local next to you, because people just can take advantage of that. They can notice that you are not from here, so they're gonna take your money not directly, but maybe
Charge
scam
you more,
charge you more for a dish or a plate in a restaurant or even in a taxi. crazy or something like that.
Okay, what about kidnapping? Is there still thing?
Not at all. Like, I haven't heard latest in the news something about kidnapping, but things can happen everywhere.
Of course. For now, I felt very safe. I didn't get any bad vibe. I was recording videos sometimes from the car, and you were telling me that, okay, take off your phone. But your parents said, oh, relax, everything is okay.
Yes, it's also because I'm like to prevent with my things. Like, I don't trust any place anywhere. So it's just like keep your things with you and just in case.
Makes sense. And what about cartels? Is they still thing?
We haven't heard about that topic and that just denomination recently because things have changed. Like, we are in a different new century, but there's still like groups, like private groups, I would say, that will keep doing this.
But of course, it's already not at such a dangerous level as it used to be. So be cautious, but don't worry too much. Speaking of the park, there are plenty of activities there, such as the water park, zip lining, several restaurants, a zoo, and a historical museum. And as for us, we continue our journey. Not so far from the park, there is a market where almost everyone sells arepa de chocolo. It's made with fresh corn in addition to mozzarella, giving it a sweeter flavor. And of course, we had to try it.
Sweet corn, potato.
I really enjoyed the contrast of sweetness and the salty cheese. In Colombia, there is one very unique dish, which means hormiga culona. Correctly? Yeah, good. Which means big ass ant. And this is a real ant, which I'm going to try right now. Never tried anything like that before. I will tell you very honestly, it doesn't look so delicious, but okay. Oh my god, that's gigantic. Wait, there is his head. Look at this. Okay, well, God bless me. No, it's not good.
No? You didn't like it?
Some people say it reminds them of peanut. It doesn't. Like, always salty ant. Like, I mean, it was worth trying. Never again. Well, it seems as locals really like it.
Very, very delicious.
Okay, another one. Crunchy. But we came to a kind of a farm that is in charge and produce just coffee that is called Hacienda El Roble, and the coffee is called Café Mesa de los Santos.
Forbes named the coffee from this cafe one of the top 5 in the world, so I had very high expectations.
The green one, right? Latte arequipe, right? Sí.
This is one of the best coffees I tried in my life. If you watch some of my previous videos, I told you I don't like when it's very roasted and when it's very strong and you could feel like this strongness coffee. This latte is so soft, and you could feel amazing taste of coffee. Okay, definitely Colombian coffee is my favorite. I understand why this country is the third in the world for coffee after Vietnam and Brazil. It's a must to try one day, guys. Bucaramanga is the 6th largest city in Colombia. As there are not too many tourist spots, I didn't get to see much of the city, but I did see some parts. Like other places in Colombia, Bucaramanga is the city of contrasts. It has different areas, some middle and high-class neighborhoods, and let's say simpler places where it can be dangerous, especially at night. And there is one popular activity that I just had to try. The last 2 days were absolutely relaxing. We sun bath, went to do some manicure. Also, I met some of Carolina's relatives. It was very interesting to practice my Spanish, which is very, very poor. But right now, it's time to do something interesting. Guess what I'm doing right now? I'm going paragliding for the first time in my life. To be honest, I'm quite scared, but I think after But with skydiving, it should be fine. If you're curious about the prices, it was around $35. I'm so scared. Oh my god, I'm so scared.
No, chill, relax. It's gonna be nice.
But of course, I couldn't relax right away. They gave me instructions in a few seconds and then we took off.
Okay.
Bye!
Actually, I shouldn't have been so afraid. Once the flight began, I felt such tranquility since the very beginning. We were slowly flying around the mountain, enjoying the sunset. Unforgettable emotions.
It was absolutely amazing, my friends. I definitely recommend you to try at least once in your life. And you're right, after skydiving, it wasn't that scary. Super enjoyable. I've seen amazing sunset. And oh my god, one of the best views. Totally recommend.
And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to press that like button. So guys, my time in Bucaramanga, in the hometown of Carolina, is coming to an end. I had absolutely best memories, and yesterday paragliding was definitely a highlight of this. But it's not the end of the trip yet. We are right now going on a road trip across Colombia with the final stop in Bogotá. And from Bogotá, I will already fly back to New York. So let's go. Goodbye, sweetheart. Gonna miss you. Carolina said that I cannot leave Bucaramanga before trying local dessert. Basically, it's a waffle, and inside they put sort of local caramel. Mine has also strawberry and some cream, but the local one, the most traditional one, it's also with the cheese. The waffle very thin, so you could really feel what's inside. Lots of caramel, lots of cream. Love it, love it, love it. Definitely recommend you to try it. And after that, our road trip has just begun. We firstly head to the Colonial town of Barichara. The road there will take approximately 3 hours, and almost the entire time we will be driving through a canyon. By the way, the roads in Colombia are toll roads. Over the 2 days of traveling to the capital, we will pay around $14. Right now we just stopped in the middle of the road. I would say almost in the middle of nowhere, to try local soup which Carolina and her family tried already many times in this outside spot. Let's see what the taste is like. The soup is very rich, as you can see. There is a small rice, some vegetables, I think it's beans, and also, no, it's eggs. Okay. Interesting. It was a good hearty vegetable soup with some sort of rice. I enjoyed it, and I couldn't help but notice the very local way they wash dishes there. It was exactly the kind of authentic experience I was hoping for in Colombia.
Okay, we just arrived to Barichara. That is a really popular town of Colombia. It's well known for its cobble streets and also for its colonial architecture.
I'm excited to see it. Like, we drive through it, it was super pretty. And right now we will go to see the most popular viewpoint of the city, right?
Yes, it's called the Jump of the Monkey.
Guys, just look at this view. Fantastic.
We are here just in front of the Cathedral of the Immaculada Concepcion. It's a really famous church where people usually from different places of the country, and I guess the world tour come to get married here.
The church is very impressive from the outside, and inside it's also very charming. And now, let's take a small walk around Barichara, shall we? In the beginning, we visited the first library in the city. Although it's small, it's actually quite interesting, and I saw that many locals grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and read books there. Exactly the type of libraries I like. one of the coolest thing in my opinion about the town is the windows and the doors, because many of them are in wooden, this decorated style. Super pretty, really enjoyable to walk around. Amazing getaway from the big city like Bucaramanga or Bogotá.
Another interesting detail about the architectonic of this colonial place is that besides the wooden doors and windows, there's also like the chance for you to just open half of it, so you can still be like closed, but you can still get in some air from outside.
Another thing that I noticed, that many cities in Colombia have very high sidewalks. And as for Barichara, there are a lot of cute coffee shops, and of course we could not resist sitting in one to have a coffee. And guys, guess what? We have a local here, Juliana. I really wanted to ask you what's like to live in this town.
Well, the life in this town is very quiet.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
By the way, how much do you pay for the apartment per month?
Well, I don't pay because it's my own house, but people can pay here like around $250 to $150 or
Dollars per month.
300. Yeah,
How many
per
bedrooms?
month. You can pay for a place with 3 bedrooms.
Carolina told me that it's very famous place to get married. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. Like actors, people from the TV, yeah,
Wow,
famous
that's
people.
amazing.
And also, they have filmed some
Oh, the film here.
novels.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, this town seems perfect, but do you see any disadvantages here?
It's not like the place where I can meet my goals, but yeah, it's a dream town because of the calmness, the views. It's very beautiful.
Okay, so would you recommend people to visit it?
Of course, come to Barichara, you will like it.
Our time in the city has come to an end. At night, we drove for the whole hour on quite a challenging road to wake up in this beautiful place. This is Cielo Abierta Glamping, located not far from the town where we've been, and the views here, well, absolutely fantastic. I mean, after all, we have our own jacuzzi. Let me give you a small room tour. When you enter the house, you'll find a bathroom. The room itself isn't very big but spacious enough for 2 people, and the best part is the private jacuzzi and a hammock. I totally advise you to come and spend the night here. It's gonna be a super romantic getaway. The only thing that I would like to mention, guys, don't forget that this is still glamping, so there are insects everywhere, especially that you can open the roof here, which is absolutely amazing, but the insects also come. So we were killing quite a few of them at night, but other than that, everything is perfect. And here is the typical breakfast: corn arepa, some eggs, and also fruits with cheese, of course. We're in Colombia, cheese everywhere. So here we are drinking an orange juice and looking at the orange tree, probably from which it was made. Lovely. I also noticed that Colombians really love dogs, and it seems as most families have them. Love, love, love that. And now let's go to check out the river and the caves nearby. It's such a magical place, and of course we could not resist but taking a swim.
Yeah, for you to know. Wow!
It's good to be small. Here, everywhere you can hear the bats. A huge bat flew next to us. It's time to go. We don't need another coronavirus here, starting with us. And the next hour we just spent in jacuzzi, enjoying the incredible views around us.
What I noticed during our road trip is that Colombia is very mountainous country. You don't see flat land here anywhere. And another interesting fact that, I don't know, maybe I just noticed this, but there are lots of Renault, the brand Renault or Renault, how should I pronounce correctly, cars. So many. I haven't seen so many in other countries.
I also noticed that Colombians immediately lock the doors after getting into the car. After a few hours of driving, the scenery started to change. The capital of the country is high up in the mountains, so the farther we drove, the smaller the mountains started to look.
We normally have this with agua panela, that is right here, is a hot drink, and also with cheese, of course, because we want it to get melted here.
Okay, my friends, this is super strange combination. This feels like some tea, maybe from some greens, very sweet, normal cheese, and corn, like, I don't know, cake or whatever. It's so strange. With the sweet tea, and then you eat this. Very strange.
The situation is, we plan to stop in another historical town on the way to Bogotá, but we stuck in traffic. It was shown that we arrived to that town only at 6:30 p.m. and to the capital after that it's almost 4 hours more. So we arrived in the middle of the night and we have plans for today's night, so we couldn't do that. That's why we decided to go straight to Bogotá. The road from Barichara to Bogotá took us about 10 hours, including 2 quick stops to eat. And as soon as we arrived, the capital greeted us with rain, which is, by the way, quite common here. Waking up, we went to explore the capital, starting with a visit to Montserrat, which you can see right now on the video.
I would really like to mention that we came on Sunday morning around 10 a.m. and there are so many people. So probably it's not the best time to come here.
On Sunday, it's almost twice cheaper to go up compared to other days of the week.
Also interesting fact that while we were driving along the city, we saw so many people on the bikes, and the thing is that on Sunday they close one of the big roads here and people do sport going on the bikes. Very cool. We've been waiting 1 hour and a half on the line to buy tickets, and there is also a huge line, even bigger than the one we stayed. It's to go up to Teleferic. And there, to go down, there is also line. So we already lost 1 hour and a half, and we decided we're not going to lose 1 hour and a half more to wait in this line, and we will just go to downtown. So please, guys, don't repeat my mistakes. Don't come on Sundays here, and probably on Saturdays as well. I was trying to film a little bit outside, and the friend of Carolina, Sarah, told me oh no, don't do it, don't, you can get robbed, hide the phone. So the goal for today, it's not to get robbed in the capital, Bogotá. But yeah, it's actually very common that Bogotá is considered to be one of the most dangerous places of Colombia in terms of stealing stuff. So you really need to put your back in front of you to close it and not film with your phone outside. We right now came to very cool coffee shop, and look at this menu. So you see normal style, but you turn on and people, they can write here things.
And of course, I could not resist but mentioning my channel. Overall, I really enjoyed my time in this cafe. It's very nice, so I do recommend you to visit it.
Now we came to probably the most popular square of Bogotá. Behind me you can see the main cathedral of the country, and here is the Congress, where the laws are made. Bogotá, as well as other cities in Colombia, has 6 different social level classes, which called estrados. The first and the second estradas, usually it's low class areas where more or less people who don't have money live. The third and the fourth estradas, it's middle class areas where people who get middle income live. And the fifth and the sixth, it's usually areas for wealthy people. Even in one district in Bogotá, you can find different estradas. For example, in one street, it's, let's say, estrada number 5, where more or less high-income people live in. Across the street, you can see the third estrada, where middle class are living. And also interesting fact that the same store, the same brand, has different prices depending on the estrada. For example, the same product in the same store can cost twice less in the first strata comparing to the strata number 6.
And it's not just about food. Bills for water and electricity also vary depending on the strata. And by the way, it's really not advisable to visit the first two areas without a local guide, as it can be quite unsafe.
Honestly speaking, I cannot really say that Bogotá impressed me with its beautiful architecture. I think it's quite simple and even reminds me of communist architecture time to time. What I like is the green mountains all around and also amazing street art. Like, this is super cool.
And later we came to a fantastic district.
It's called La Candelaria.
It's like old town, super pretty.
This was definitely my favorite part of the city. The street art there is just magnificent, so beautiful.
In Colombia, there is one famous artist called Botero, and he has a very unique style which immediately noticeable like this. And also if you come a little bit to the side, here is also a similar painting.
There is also a museum dedicated to the artist, but unfortunately we didn't have time to visit it. However, we did see the Golden Museum, which was quite entertaining.
Look, Lama, it's super enjoyable, very colorful houses, like the music, you know, very nice. But guys really scared me about the robbery. So while walking here, all I can think of is like, I hope no one gonna rob me. Like, I cannot fully relax here.
But despite that, I still enjoyed walking around the city, and I do recommend you to visit it, just be a little bit more cautious.
Colombia is definitely a party country. Often we've seen just people turn on music and start dancing sometimes in the middle of nowhere.
We just arrived to Teatron that is located in Chapinero, Bogotá.
To one of the most popular clubs all around the world and not just Colombia, so let's check it out.
At the entrance there was a security check, and the ticket for that day cost about $6.50. The club was very cool. There were 8 zones with the different music, like American pop music, Mexican or reggaeton, so everyone could find something for their taste. By the way, I tried the local drink aguardiente, which reminded me of a taste of herbal medicine. I cannot help but mention how beautiful the local girls are, and oh my gosh, they really know how to dance. Like, I felt like a loser next to Carolina and her friends. The only thing that I had a small cultural shock when I saw how some couples danced. Since it's not very common in my culture, it sometimes reminded me of a sexual act, yeah. But despite that, I still had an amazing time.
One of the first things that I noticed while driving in Bogota, that the streets are quite clean. Maybe you can see a little bit garbage, but it's not so noticeable, so very pleasant.
This super long bus is the most popular public transport in the city, and by the way, there are endless traffic jams all the time. It felt like they're never gonna end.
I would really like to share my impressions of this club. Honestly, probably it's the best club I've ever been to, but here I would like to notice that I'm not a party person, so I go to clubs very rare. That's why I don't have probably so much to choose, but I really like that there were so many options that you can choose, like to dance with this music, this one, so amazing. And here I would also like to mention a very good point that quite a few guys were coming to me to ask if I would like to dance. They didn't come and start dancing with me immediately. They all asked, I said sorry, no, I wouldn't like, and they were very nicely left, like respectfully. So this is what I like the most, that I felt very comfortable that no one will come to me and to dance like that. So probably 10 out of 10.
And that's how my trip went. Colombia amazed me incredibly. The views, the food, the kind people. I hope that soon tourists will stop associating this country with Pablo Escobar and drugs and give it a chance to surprise them. I also can't thank enough Carolina and her wonderful parents for showing me their homeland. Muchas gracias. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and let's explore the world together.